Good morning. My name is Jerry Pierce with Mountain Valley Real Estate Experts, and I am so excited today to be interviewing and doing a business spotlight for a up-and-coming growing business. I am joined today by Candice Noss, who is a physical therapist, a life coach, an entrepreneur who actually owns and operates a company called the Mind, Body, Spirit Trifecta. She is located in Morgan County. However, she does this mostly online, other than her talk. She'll go and visit and do special appearances and motivational programs, things like that in person for companies and schools and just in businesses, anything like that. Her focus is mostly on women and their self-esteem. And we're going to get into that here in just a little bit and learn a little bit more about her. So I'm going to ask a few questions, Candice, and you're just going to kind of, let us know what you do. So I kind of touched on who you are and what you do, but can you give us a little bit more, describe your business, just a little bit more detail?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Jerry. I feel like this is such an exciting opportunity and I'm just so pleased to be here. So like Jerry said, I'm a physical therapist and I'm also a life coach. I've put together a business called the Mind, Body, Spirit Trifecta. The mind is life coaching. I am fully on board with cognitive behavioral therapy and the power of the mind. It's so important. The body piece comes in my physical therapy. And for the spirit piece, I've just always been really engaged spiritually. And those deep roots have allowed me so much success. So my business is all about teaching people how to live with a mind that's firmly aligned, a body that's purposefully loved, and a spirit that's powerfully accessed. And as we can get that human trifecta, the three most important things of being a human, as we get those things aligned, it is so important and powerful. Leads us to go from a thriving struggle to a surviving struggle to a thriving lifestyle. It's really, really awesome and fun.
That's great. So what made you decide to open this type of business? What was your focus? What can you share with us, some experiences that led you into really shifting what you do into this business that you've created?
Yes, it's actually very peculiar that I have a master's degree in physical therapy. Why would I become a life coach and start my own business, right? It's kind of crazy. I've been a physical therapist for 20 years. And after I had my sixth baby, I was not happy. It was the first time in my life where I was actually home and I wasn't working as a therapist and I was depressed and overweight and in a horrible place in my life. I was just in a place of self-sabotage and downward spiral. I found life coaching. I learned cognitive behavioral therapy and it shifted everything for me. It helped me understand that the power of my thoughts could change my life. I was able to stop that downward spiral and begin to really learn how to love and appreciate me for who I am while working for what I want. I ended up losing 60 pounds. I became a life coach. And at that point, I knew with a solid conviction that I had to share this with other women who, like me, have struggled in their life. So I created the Mind, Body, Spirit Trifecta, and I use it to empower women to really step into who they are and up to their purposes. It is incredible what we can do when we get our mind, body, and spirit all in sync and learn to love ourselves. It's powerful.
That's awesome. What, as I was looking kind of at your bio, you said you felt like you were chosen for this type of profession. And I like how you assimilated it to being, the pull from a magnet or an itch that you have to scratch. Can you go into a little more detail of why you chose this profession and why you assimilate that with what you're doing?
Right. It has been very difficult to describe, but feeling called, feeling pulled in this direction where my life has been orchestrated in such a way to put me right now in this beautiful place to help women. The experiences that I've had all have accumulated and given me a set of lessons and attributes and strengths and skills that enable me to speak and to connect and to do work that is so important to be done. We have one chance on earth, right? There's so much we can do, but if we're stuck in our brains about depression, hating ourselves, hating our bodies, worrying about what other people are thinking of us, worried about toxic relationships, if we're all stuck in this mess, we stay in ruts and we never accomplish what we're sent here to do. I truly feel that there is this pull for me to stand up and to step into my strengths and to share what I know with others. And it's exciting. It's amazing. And I just hope that I am doing this to the best of my ability. I have a huge message to share.
That's great. So, I mean, what drives you to do it? What motivates you?
Well, at first it was just that pull, right? That itch that you need to do this. But now, as I've been working with hundreds of women, I have their testimonials, I have their experiences, I see the way that they have transformed. I consider myself a ripple starter. I set someone and then they set ripples, and then I touch someone else and they set ripples, and I help them understand their strengths and live into those strengths. And then they go out and empower others and empower others. And so that feeling of watching someone learn who they are and then do what they're meant to do, and then they go and empower others to do that, like, it is so fulfilling. I don't know anything else that can even compare to it. It is so wonderful to feel like you have touched a life and changed someone for the better.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's great. As a business owner, what surprised you most when opening and owning a business?
Well, that's a good question. It is weird that I am an entrepreneur because all of my schooling has been science-based. I'm a physical therapist. It was all science and math. I never learned one thing about marketing. I didn't know anything about business. And for me to create my own business and put myself out there in the world, it's new, it's uncomfortable, it's totally outside of my realm of expertise. And it's been so surprising that as I work with these women, they offer me so much help. I've worked with clients and they're like, hey, can I redesign your website? I'm like, yes, please, thank you. And I work with these clients and they're like, hey, do you need a graphic designer? I would love to make a logo for you. I'm like, yes, like I've just been so surprised at the help that I've received from so many people to help me get those pieces that are missing. It's been awesome and exciting.
What was it like when you first started?
Man, it was scary putting myself out there as a life coach when I've had 20 years of experience as a physical therapist. It was scary and it was uncomfortable. However, when I started my business, I did it for 10 women that were very close friends of mine that I knew they would support and help in every way. And as I worked with those 10 women who I knew and who loved and supported me regardless, I was able to really hone and refine and own my abilities to do this. And it allowed me to have the validation and the feedback that I needed to continue. It is scary to put yourself out there. And I'm so grateful for that initial start group that just springboarded me forward with confidence and clarity.
Yeah, and it's awesome because in your bio, it talks about, if it was about the money, you would have quit a long time ago. So money isn't the driving factor to you. What is the driving factor?
Changing lives. I feel that as you learn to live with a mind that's firmly aligned, a body that's purposefully loved, and a spirit that's powerfully accessed, you become a different person. You own who you really are, and you love God, you love yourself, you love others. And as you do that, you truly do step into who you are and what your missions are in this world. And as you do that, our souls crave connection and contribution. As we learn to live with a mind, body, and spirit in sync, we make new connections, we make new contributions, we fulfill ourselves in so many ways. It transforms our life. It's beautiful. And we become better upon better version of ourselves as we grow into these amazing missions and purposes that we are here to fulfill.
Great. What would your customers say that they love most about your business?
Usually they're surprised. I have a lot of body love clients who come to me for my body love weight loss program, and they come to lose weight, but losing the weight ends up being a side benefit. And the thing that surprises them the most is they learn to control their mind, and the power of their mind becomes such a force in their life and such a confidence builder and such a way to proceed with purpose. I'll tell you, I'll give you, would you like me to read you a couple of testimonials?
Yeah, I think that would be great to have, so we could kind of see what others are experiencing and have benefited from your service.
Yeah, I'll read this one. I joined Candice's Body Love program, hoping to learn a few new tools and tricks for weight loss and weight management. And while I'm seeing progress on the scale, the program is so much more than I could have dared to hope for. The change I've experienced in my mind, attitude, and habits is what's truly changing my world. My brain is on fire with the information I'm learning, and I'm loving putting it into action. I feel strong and capable, and finally feel that I'm on the right path for forward progress. And she was referring to my Body Love weight loss program. Another client, not from Body Love, one of my one-on-one coaching clients said, "You constantly give so much, and you are such a strength and light that I've needed in a coach. I could not have asked for a better mentor through this. I have nothing but gratitude for you and this inspired and inspiring program." Yeah.
What are your goals over the next year?
I have a lot of goals. I also am a mom of 6 children. So balancing being a mom with this passion I have for empowering women and changing lives, it's a little tricky at times. The Body Love weight loss program, I'm going to do one more program starting March 1st. So I'm hoping to fill that program, and that one's going to be a really powerful group. But then I'm not going to do any more Body Love programs until September. So I'm going to take the summer to really be present with my family. And I have a humanitarian trip that I'm a team leader of a group that's going to Fiji in June and July. I'm really excited about that. I am hoping that this summer is full of speaking engagements, presentations, one-on-one coaching clients, and a lot of family fun. But come September, back at it when the kids are back in school. I'm hoping to write a book. I want to start a podcast. I've actually been in touch with a licensed clinical social worker who's creating a business, a clinic in Farmington. And I'm going to be working hand in hand with him, creating a mind, body, and spirit approach to healthy weight loss and weight management there. So lots of things on the horizon.
Wow, that is, you got a full plate, that's for sure. And a humanitarian trip, those are awesome. So yeah, that'll be a great experience. What is one of your most memorable experiences so far in your programs?
Oh, there's a lot to choose from. I specifically am thinking of this one client who did my Body Love program, and she maybe wasn't quite ready to change, but she saw so many people around her changing, and she saw the possibility of possibly changing. And she was putting the principles and strategies that I teach into action. And then she's like, "I need to do your program again." I'm like, "Yeah, do it again." So she did it again the second time, and she got even farther. But she still wasn't quite as invested as she needed to be to change her life. Well, then she had an experience where an interaction with her mom, and she recognized that she was not all in. And so she said, "Candice, I want to do it a third time, and I'm all in this time." I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And she did, and she went all in, and she's ended up losing, I think she's lost about 80 pounds from the start to the finish right now. She's still going. She's maintaining this healthy lifestyle. She had fibromyalgia pain, which has completely resolved. She had issues with GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, which has completely resolved with all of her weight loss. She is now owning her own business, so I empower women to really fulfill their purpose, right? And she's been able to understand that part of her purpose is to teach children. And she has up-leveled her daycare business and her art business, where she's teaching painting, and she's really stepping into these gifts that weren't accessed before she found out who she was and was empowered this way. So hers is a really cool story.
Yeah, that's a great experience because I think a lot of people, male and female, just feel like they can't go out beyond where they're at right now. They're trapped and they just resolve that they're stuck and there's no option for them. So I feel what you're doing is amazing. I think it definitely will change lives. Obviously, by some of your shared experiences, it has changed lives. I want to get to know you a little bit more personal, though, so that those watching can get to know you on a personal level. So, how long have you lived in Morgan County? You know, what's your family like? What do you enjoy doing? And what's something we don't know about you?
Okay, fun questions. I actually live on the border of Morgan County and Hennifer, right across the Morgan County line. So I live in Hennifer, but my kids go to school in Morgan and everything that we do is in Morgan County. I have 6 kids. The oldest is going to be 18 in March. The youngest is 3, and we're all very involved in sports. I am the freshman girls basketball coach at Morgan High School, which is so fun. We actually have our very last basketball game today. I do the jump rope club for the elementary school, which I am super passionate about. I started that program because my kids, during the time of the winter where you can't get outside and play very much, they were just being so sedentary. And beginning this jump rope club has been so awesome for the kids in the elementary school. It gives them something to do, starts their morning off with music and exercise. And anyway, that's been really fun. Something that you don't know about me, I am a rodeo queen. I competed in rodeo queening all through high school and after high school. I was Miss Rodeo Oakley, the Summit County Rodeo Queen. I went to competed for Miss Rodeo Utah a couple of times. I got Miss Congeniality, but never got that title. But I think that's one of the things that prepared me to speak publicly and to be okay speaking to people. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That's fun. So you say you have an upcoming class. Is it the Body Love program in March?
Yes. This will be.
If somebody wants to participate in that, are they still able to sign up before it kicks off? And how do they reach out to you and get in contact with you for that?
Yes, there is still room in this group. It will fill up. So please go to my website. It's CandiceNoss.com. Candice with an ice baby, CandiceNoss.com. And from there, you can read testimonials. You can look over the Body Love Weight Loss program. You can look over my Conquering Confidence program. You can see what I do speaking. But the Body Love program is the thing that is going to end for the summer. So if you're thinking about jumping on board and seeing what I can do for you, sign up there. You can also call or text me. My cell phone number, I can just throw it out here, 801-792-4282. You can email me, nosscandice@gmail.com. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook, Candice Christiansen Noss. You can find me on Instagram, Candice Noss. Direct message me there. There's so many ways to get a hold of me.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Well, Candice, it's been a pleasure to do this business spotlight for you so that you can get your business out there and exposed. And I promise you, you will benefit from this because there's a lot of people that can use your services. And so again, the mind, body, spirit trifecta. Candice Noss lives locally, but obviously she does the online trainings for those programs. So doesn't matter where you live. You can connect with her however you would like through social media, through her website, or whatever it may be. Any closing remarks, Candice, as we wrap this up?
I just want to tell you, I appreciate this opportunity so much to get my name out there. And one thing that I always want people to remember is you are designed for greatness. And so my last closing thought would be, thank you, Jerry. And you are designed for greatness.
I am designed for greatness. Well, thanks, Candice. We appreciate you. And we're excited to get you out there and get people familiar with your business. So thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you, Jerry.